LinkedIn is one of my favorite marketing channels, but one of the things that is a problem is that the cost per click is usually really high compared to other platforms. It's why a lot of people don't really use it, to be honest, but I think that there are ways that we can get the cost per click down if you're strategic with your CPC settings. So today I want to talk through the different settings that are available in LinkedIn for bidding and how we can use each of those settings to accomplish our goal of getting as many impressions when we need to, as many clicks as we can in that really high value B2B targeted audience for as low as possible to then leverage in our other campaigns. Let's jump in. In the LinkedIn campaign setup, the budget and schedule section is pretty close to the bottom, right before you get to the conversion tracking, but after you do all of your audience and ad format and all that good stuff. At the bottom of this section is where you will see the bid type. Every campaign that you set up will automatically default to the automated bid option. You then get to choose what you want to maximize for, whether it's clicks, impressions, or conversions. Basically what that means is LinkedIn is going to determine your bid, but it's going to do its best to get the most clicks, impressions, or conversions based on what you choose there. Pretty self-explanatory when it comes down to it. Now, I highly recommend never using the automated bid strategy. And when I say never, I mean it. So one of the things that I want to go through are the other two options that are available. So if you click this drop down, you can choose max CPC bid or max CPM bid. So you can bid cost per click or cost per 1,000 impressions. Let's go through the max CPC bid first, because this is the most common. It's the one that I would recommend using the most. When you choose that, LinkedIn will actually go through and will give you a suggested bid and a range that similar advertisers are bidding in. Just ignore this, to be quite frank. When it comes down to it, LinkedIn doesn't know what your campaign goals are, what you're trying to accomplish. Half the time it doesn't actually know who your competitors are. So it's just giving you a range of something that it thinks is relevant based on the audience size that you have, okay? It's already set up things for a $7.80 cost per click. What I would recommend you do pretty much every time is always come in here and set this as low as possible. I usually start off just typing in 4 and see what happens. LinkedIn doesn't like that. So the minimum I can bid on this audience is $5.50. So you better believe I'm going to set this up to target a $5.50 bid, and I'm going to let my campaigns run that way. This strategy is a little bit interesting because what you do is you set the bid as low as possible. LinkedIn will serve your ad, get you as many clicks as it can for the $5.50 range. And then if you need more volume, go and raise your bid. That's how you gain more impressions on that audience. So it will throttle things a little bit, but basically just keep increasing your bid until you get there. Likely, and most of the time for my campaigns, I never end up actually getting to this recommended bid piece. If your campaign's performing gangbusters and you want more volume, great, throw it to that $16.59 range. Doesn't matter, but let it perform first and try and get as many clicks as you can for as low as possible. The one thing you can do here is enable the conversion optimization piece. If you are familiar with Facebook campaign setup, this is effectively telling LinkedIn to optimize for conversions as much as you can. Since the campaign type you can choose is only traffic at this exact moment in June of 2019, choosing this enable conversion optimization button is effectively like turning on conversion optimizer, if you will, and then it will optimize for the conversion that you set in the next portion of the setup. Now, one thing with this bid strategy, I said earlier, don't ever use the automated bid strategy. And here's why. This campaign actually is currently set up on an automated bid strategy, and the cost per click at this exact moment is $36. That's not anywhere even close to this range that it suggests for what you should have it be. So setting an automated bid in LinkedIn is always going to make the CPC much higher than it ever needs to be. It's even higher than the range that they suggest you bid on. So please do not use automated bid strategy unless you just have money to burn, and if you do, please send some our way. The other option I would suggest to use is only in some specific instances. Is max CPM bidding. If you need to have max CPM bidding set, obviously you'll see that there are going to be a suggested bid, same thing as we do with the cost per click, but then additionally, it's going to adjust your budget if you need to. So just for the sake of getting this alert to go away, I'm going to change the budget. When it comes to CPM bidding, I would suggest you only use it in two scenarios. One, you legitimately do not care if somebody clicks on your ad. You're just trying to get the ad impression. You're not trying to drive clicks. You just want to get it in there for as low as you possibly can. Just get your ad in front of people. That's fine. The second instance is a little bit different. If your click-through rate on your ads is over 1%, test switching it to CPM bidding. That means that you're probably getting really good engagement on your ads, because a click-through rate of about 0.3% is the average on LinkedIn. Anything higher than that is good. Anything over 1% is great on the LinkedIn platform. So if you're seeing a CTR over 1%, absolutely test shifting your bid type to CPM bidding, and you can get a lot more impressions and eventually clicks for the amount that you're putting in. With impression bidding, it's going to be the same thing as with clicks. Come in, you can calculate what your cost per impression would be based on your current campaign performance, just what your current cost is, how many impressions did you get from there. I would definitely suggest doing the same thing here though. Come in and just set your CPM for as low as you can and see what it tells you it needs to be. Cool, so it says 30 is fine. I'm going to keep going down lower. Will it accept 10? No, so it needs to be at least 1975. So I'm going to set it at that. I'm going to let it run for a little bit, see how much volume I get, and if I need more, I'll come back here and I'll increase the bid again. Thanks for watching our video.
Make sure to subscribe to the Paid Media Pros channel to see more videos.